Welcome back to another episode of Two Car Garage. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially for this episode where we finally get our drive on our 2005 VTX 1800F that you see right behind me. If you didn't watch the last video, be sure you go back and watch it because we started it for the very first time. I have it down off the lift. Let's go out for a drive. Man, so there you go. We got done riding our VTX 1800. Honestly, since the footage that you saw, I rode it another couple times too before filming this moment now, just because it's actually kind of hard to get off of it. It's somewhat addicting, the torque and just sheer like melt your face off acceleration of the giant V-twin when you just smash the throttle back. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, regardless of your style choice, right? Remember, like the millions of chrome bits and the red flame seat may not be my style either, but trust me, after riding this thing, you cannot deny that it is a beast of a motorcycle, and it's just fun to drive. I'm not super tall. I'm 5'9", and it's a big bike, but it's comfortable. Like I'm flat footing it at red lights. The handlebars are comfortable and in a nice position with these nice long risers on it that come from the factory. I feel like I could cruise on it for a long time, and before I sell the bike, hopefully I do. So while we're riding it, sure, it had a couple of hiccups here and there, some things needed adjusted, but overall the bike runs and stops and shifts really, really well. I mean, it runs really hard and really fast. In any gear, you can just roll on the throttle and it just pulls. As far as stopping goes, believe it or not, for like a 700-800 pound bike, it actually stops pretty well. Like, I mean, it's not amazing. I'm not gonna like do an endo on it, but it's more than adequate, I'd say, with the dual front discs up front and the disc in the back, and every caliper is a 2-piston caliper. So sure, it's not the best, right? But honestly, it's not a track bike. It doesn't need to be amazing. It just needs to be adequate, and it is. having such low miles, remember it has like 4,500 miles on it. It shifts great. Everything's, really, really clean and sorted out, and it just fires right up and it drives. So now that the VTX is done, a lot of people have been asking what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to sell it? Am I going to keep it? If it was my style a little bit more, right? So either older or more blacked out, maybe. But I would just have to put money into it to make it mine, right? I would have to change the seat. I'd have to probably change the handlebars. And I just don't want to put money into it. And honestly, it doesn't need it, right? Like, this is a really cool motorcycle for somebody that wants this motorcycle. So I might hold on to it through winter time because it's fuel injected. It'll be nice on the cold mornings just to start up and drive. Now that the VTX is done, you're probably thinking, what's next? Don't worry. I've had a project sitting and waiting for quite some time, and it is ready to go now that the lift is clear. And I promise you this, it is completely different than buying a newer motorcycle, just cleaning the fuel system and driving. We're going to really get our hands in and get back to the roots of Two Car Garage and build something. So if you want to see what that is, be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Two Car Garage. But in the meantime, go back and watch all the previous videos as we got our VTX up and running. And before that was our 1965 Honda. I'd really appreciate you guys to like every single one of those videos, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you're notified when new videos are released every/most Sundays. Thanks.